Hello. First of all, horrible camera quality. Can't do anything about that. I tried using my phone, put it in a bunch of different angles. It did not work, to say the least. Few failed attempts. Don't want to talk about that, but I've decided to go with the laptop, and it's not too bad. But why am I making this video? Well, it's probably going to come to a shock of most of you on this YouTube channel. It's like, what is this guy doing? Now we see his face randomly after like 2-3 years of inactive YouTube channel, just playing video games. And all of a sudden, what is this guy doing with a lab coat made out of freaking who knows, doing with his wild hair and his, acting all sophisticated and stuff? What is he doing? Well, I'm trying to do something more here, and I'm trying to do something that I feel I've been questioning to do. You're probably going to cringe at this. You're probably going to be laughing and take your clips and whatever. Just watch it back and be like, oh, it's so funny. And ultimately, that's how life will be for you if you don't watch this content. No, I'm just joking. But, I mean, that couldn't be far off from the truth, though. Because what have you done so far? What have we done so far? What has the world done so far that has been serious and prosper? Right? It's so normalized to just tune into our life, just get over the pains that we have on the daily basis, subdue them with technology and subdue them with whatever it is, and just do what's fun and have fun and not chase any further, more ahead of time, more distinctual ideas. Instead, we just want to do what's easiest and do what's fun and do what's nice, right? And so now I'm here to question all of that. But it didn't. This is not just random, right? I questioned it since the day I was born. Everything I question. I'm a very critical person. Those of you who know me know that I'm very critical, obviously. And so when I began my high school years, I began to do what as everyone did. But immediately I found like this wasn't what lined up with what I wanted. I had to constantly question everything around me and whether it was whether it was progressive or whether it was right or whether it was wrong or what the whole point of it was. I did that with everything growing up, with friends, with people, with ideologies. I found myself in groups. I immediately left the groups because I found that it wasn't aligning with my self-interests. And I've been very independent in that same way. And that's what got me here. So after 2 years of questioning everything around me, questioning who I was, questioning the world, as well as questioning myself, I finally arrived here. And I even questioned this one idea so many times, countless. Am I really gonna get in front of a camera and start talking to it and upload it on my YouTube channel like I'm some self-help guru? Am I gonna seriously do all that stuff? Like, what? That's so weird. Why would you do that? And maybe it is weird, but even then, I've come to realize that with time, you begin to learn when you persevere truth, you will begin to find truth, just like anything. And as I criticize everything and I found truth, I've arrived on my religion, and I can confidently say I'm not my religion. I'm not Muslim because my parents are Muslim. I'm Muslim because I found that to be the complete and utter truth, where everything lines up so perfectly. And there are other ideologies and other ways of thinking that I also agree with, and other different methods. I've consumed content from the likes of health, nutrition, optimizing your body and all this stuff so that you can become exponentially grow, right? Because this is something that makes sense, right? As I question things, what has to be right? Well, your body has to be right. But at the same time, I question the mind, and I question what way to think, how should we think, what should we listen to, who should we look at, all of it. I can't really sum it all up into this short little video here, but I'm hoping that my speech, my tone, my commitment, my sticking to this, the fact that I am in front of the camera filming, that helps you realize the fact that I might have some valuable information. And similarly, growing up, I also wanted to be a role model. I always wanted to lead, right? So I was independent, but I wasn't lonely. I wanted to lead. I wanted to create something that everyone liked, but it was mine and it was true and it wasn't some followed tact. I hated following the crowd. I wanted to create a new crowd. And so maybe this is what I'm doing here, right? I had to question it so many times, but I'm here doing it, trying to lead this crowd, whoever this crowd is, whoever you are. And maybe it might give me fulfillment in the future, but I know if I didn't do this, 40 years from now, maybe I'd look back and say, man, I should have done it. Because you knew a lot. And it only comes a time and trust that you'll find out how much I really do know. And maybe to you, it may seem surface level. I know nothing. But if you actually stick to this, and if you actually listen to these videos, understanding what I'm saying and realizing that when you get that sense of, oh, I'm going to be religious, I'm going to just go start hitting the gym, it's a lie because you are not stuck on this path. You didn't make that decision to go for it. You never will become great if you just continue to tell yourself that, oh, when I become religious, now it's time. Next time I do this, now it's time. Then I'm going to start. That's never going to happen. That is the lie. That is the biggest lie told. You'll continue to engage in your YouTube, Instagram, as well as convince yourself using things like the gym. Just because you go to the gym doesn't mean you are moving forward. You can still go to the gym and be halted in your same stubborn, self-centered ways because you don't look beyond that. Because it's not cool. It's not interesting. And this is probably going to flop on its belly. Shut up. It's probably going to flop on his belly, but I hope my character, my tone, my speech can convince you otherwise. I can't beg you to listen to these videos, and I can't beg you to listen to everything I say, but I can just hope that there is at least one of you out there who will take me seriously, which is not very often that I get taken seriously. So how can you even grow? I will always take you seriously. Those people who know me, I will take you seriously. I just don't get it in return. But I can't complain because there's so many other external influences that tell you to not listen to me, that tell me I'm naive and dumb and I don't know anything. And if you don't want to find any value in this, then don't comment, don't waste your time, don't make fun of me, don't poke at me, don't say stupid things, don't laugh. It's just making you worse. But for that one person who is actually tuned in and is actually like, you know what, this 10 minutes I'm going to take out of my day for a friend or for this person, for me, and maybe from the hopes of it, I can trust him and get something in return, great. I can then stop at the end of the day and not complain. I can keep going on and on about this, but I'm just going to make videos here and there explaining things that come upon my mind. And as of the date of this video, December 16th, we're all approaching spring break, and I hope in my next video I get to talk about spring break and referencing my spring break from last year and what made it so great and how to have a great one. There is something in this ideology and way of living that I have found that gives me utmost contentment in everything I do. I don't need anything to feel content. I don't need any nice shoes or nice car or whatever it is. I don't need any pleasures or drinks or alcohol or drugs or what have you. People tell me, just enjoy your high school. I've gotten told this already so many times. Just drink and then repent after and change after. Enjoy your college career. But I have constantly returned to this, and I've questioned it. Like most things, I question, what am I doing? Wait, maybe they're right. Nope. I returned to this because I found utmost contentment that if you found, you would not go against it. This contentment I have has kept me here on this direction and has put me in front of this camera at this moment. So call me lame, call me stupid, call me dumb. Most of you probably already tuned out. I would be surprised if someone heard this. But for those of you who are here, I'm going to make a few videos. Depending on how well it goes, maybe I'll persevere. But that's what this channel is for. I mean, you can look back to my old videos and see who I was. That's a good testament to see what I know, because if you look at those videos, I'll give you a debrief and you'll learn who I was in my journey if you don't know it already. over the videos that I make, but I was essentially, during COVID, I was another gaming nerd. I played hours and hours of video games, and I was a degenerate, and I was obese. I lost 40 pounds this summer. I had greasy hair. I didn't take much showers, and didn't touch grass, and I didn't look at the sun a day. But I came to a point where I broke, and I persevered. And you'll see that person, and that person, just like you, will not say that they're in pain. But every day they get up and they don't feel gratified. They don't feel like they have a purpose, or they feel like they're just drifting in a haze of degeneracy. They won't point that out to you. He won't point it out to you. He won't tell you how he's feeling. And you probably don't understand what I'm talking about, but maybe in time you'll figure that out. And I think the best way of doing that is just listening to this. And that's all I got to say. I can't convince you otherwise. Do whatever the hell you want. For those of you who are still here, freaking comment. I don't know. I want to actually know who's here. Just comment serious to show that you're taking it serious. Thank you, and take care.